Hey guys, what is going on? Vitaly Dubin is here. I'm super excited and grateful. I'm here in Poland. It's 1st of September, and right now we just finished the first European conference for Cloud Token, and I'm sitting with my business partner, Ron, and the genius man behind Cloud Token, the best CTO ever, Ronald Aai, who came all the way from Singapore to be here and support us here at the event. And I want to share with you here in this video as much information as possible so you understand what is cloud, what we are here to accomplish. So please pay close attention to what we're going to share right now. So Ronald, thank you so much. I appreciate your time and everything you're doing for this project. So I want to start this off and ask you, tell us in simple words, in simple language, what is Cloud Token and why should people participate in the project?
Well, first, the idea is very simple. We're trying to become a wallet that's going to be supported by everyone, and it's going to be in everyone's hands. We're trying to change the world by getting everyone to be financially included, which means that they're unbanked as well. So it's a very big dream, very big goal. That's why we need a lot of people. And one of the ways to actually do it without a corporation controlling it is to make it to become a social economy. That's why we actually choose this platform and this particular method to actually make this dream come true.
Okay, so if somebody is out there and they want to download the app and use cloud, tell us about the project, like what it's all about, like what you're doing.
Oh, so basically, you can actually just go to App Store, Apple App Store and Google Play. Please only download from these two places, not any other websites. We are hitting our 1 million mark soon.
And app downloads?
Yeah, app downloads.
Wow.
So actually just not app downloads, it's about more users, right? So there are a lot of phishing websites and a lot of people targeting us, our members. So please only download from the official stores, Apple and Google stores. And it's a particularly hard thing to actually do, to actually get into the Apple store.
Right.
It took us a long time and a lot of work with Apple directly to actually get it in. Yeah. However, we got it in, but we're missing certain parts. But we're getting it fixed very soon for the legal conformity that Apple needs. So we're actually following through the step, and we're working hand in hand with the necessary authorities and of course with Apple to actually make it happen. So
now they download the app. Okay, what they're doing, how they're interacting with cloud.
So basically, there are two parts in Cloud Wallet now. The first part is actually either you are a partner, or you are a consumer or a member, or just a customer, right? So for our 1 million existing partners or members, you actually build a business out from it, and that's where the affiliate program kicks in. Basically, you participate in projects like Jarvis to actually, which is a wealth management project that can actually help you change your life. And the other part of it is actually more on the customers. So we actually have a project called the Cloud SIM, and that basically provides free data service to virtually everyone in the globe. And the way we are doing it is actually not by giving it free and making it economically unviable. Basically, the consumers itself, they actually put in a deposit and we actually trade with this deposit, and whatever gains that we get from that actually pays for the data. So it is economically viable. It's not like, we're trying to kill the market and then we dump a lot of money and do stuff like that. We never do this type of things. From day one when we started Cloud until now, we never actually spent a lot of money on marketing as well. The leaders would know this, right? And most of it is through personal effort, because we believe there's no such thing as a free lunch, right? You need to actually work for it. And part of how Bitcoin started was actually, you can't actually buy Bitcoins then, right? You have to mine it. So we are actually taking this concept back into cloud token to actually say that you can't actually buy cloud token. There's no way you can buy it. You will not be listed in exchanges. You can only work hard for it by participating in projects and building your own structure. So that is how the whole entire project will be. And we're coming out also with a very interesting project called the Merchant Program. The Merchant Program is going to be an affiliate program whereby partners sign up merchants, and of course there will be a affiliate calculation from there itself, which is going to be also very logical, whereby the merchant itself do not need to pay for any merchant discount rate, which means that the NDR, like what all the other payment platforms have been charging. Okay, so if we are not charging MDR, how can we actually earn money, right? It's very simple, because we are actually dealing with crypto, and the crypto actually gets sent to our marketplace to be actually liquidated. And when we do the liquidation, there is always a buyer, there's always a seller, and we will charge 1%, right? So there's a 2% there. Minus the tax that we are going to pay, okay, probably that leaves a big chunk of it, right? And the chunk of it itself will be divided into two categories, and one actually goes to a pool whereby it actually compounds, and the other part of it actually given out as a affiliate payout. So it will be very cool, and I believe that with our million partners to sign up 20 million merchants, it will be a breeze, right? So our target, a target by March next year, we should hit about 10 million members. And
10 million merchants.
Yeah, 10 million members. 10 million members, and about 100 million. 10 million customers, and in 3 years' time, about 100 million customers. For members itself, we try to keep it to be around 1 million and 1.5 million or so. As is when there's too huge of a membership going on, it's difficult to actually expand in the other sectors. So we will put in a lot more limits, okay, on the participation of the partners. Okay, but in Jarvis itself.
So you mentioned all of the things. I want you to come back in a second to merchant, but you said that Jarvis, when they participate, it can change their life. Can you expand a little bit? What is Jarvis? Like, how does the system work?
Okay, Jarvis is actually a AI trading robot based on the quantitative trading engine strategy called the Room.
You designed it.
I did not design it, but I actually wrote the platform.
Okay.
And the calculation is from a mathematics professor from the Referral Institute based in Singapore. He's a very brilliant man and written a lot of strategies on trading. And hopefully one day I can actually excite him over to give a talk in KL on trading strategies and quantitative trading strategies.
So you take the Bitcoin and Ethereum, different coins, you put them on 32 insured exchanges.
Actually, the simple way to say this is Varoom itself will actually calculate hotspots of what is hot and what is not, based on all the exchanges around that we are participating in or we are watching, and the different pairs there are. So basically, we're watching 16 pairs now. So you have 16 times 16.
When you say 16 pairs, it's Bitcoin, US dollar.
Yeah,
Ethereum,
16
US
to 16, right? So you're watching all these pairs, and it's watching the indication graph, all right? Whether with the acceleration, particularly the acceleration of it, and we will actually based on the comparison of all of this acceleration, okay, and we will figure out which is the best pair to actually switch to. So you can think of it like a arbitrage, right? And the best quantitative trading strategy, the safest one, is actually called triangular arbitrage, which is based on a triangle. Ours is a 16-pair model.
Wow.
Right? So
it could be more than a triangle.
yeah, it can be more than that. Yeah. So
like Bitcoin to dollar, dollar to
yeah. So actually it goes then, but you see, 3 is not really a lot. But the triangular arbitrage actually is designed for forex. All right, because forex you don't have so much of pairs that you can actually play with, right? But in crypto itself, you have thousands of pairs, right? But we're only watching the 16 core ones, right? And of course, there will be a huge potential to switch between each and every one of them.
Which the main goal is to increase the quantity of each.
Of the main quantity that the member put in. So just remember this, right? Our goal, our strategy is if you put in 1 Ethereum, you gain in Ethereum, regardless of the price. So if you give me an Ethereum that's worth $220 and the market crash, okay, and it goes 1 Ethereum, it goes to 160, our system won't care, because my job is to make sure that you get 1.x amount of Ethereum back. Okay, so
And you have 200 of these Jarvises.
plus minus about 200 or so, because there's about 16 pairs running, and you need that amount to actually run. And each Jarvis actually is running 24 hours. And some,
all through API.
all through APIs, but some of them are actually hitting their performance target before 24 hours. And they will shut
Performance
down.
target can be 0.5%, 1%, depends.
It depends on what the room actually calculates for them. So if there's this acceleration that it's like this, and it's supposed to actually hit, let's say 0.3%, right? And once it hits the 0.3%, it will just shut down and load the 0.3. Basically, the asset is then actually sent, or the profit is actually sent into the reserve pool. But we will not know how much this profit pool is until the end of the day, right? Remember that whatever you put in, you only get the next day. So basically, the profit pool itself, you have 24 hours itself to calculate how much we actually hit in the target.
Is the profit pool you're getting once a day, the profit from the trading? Or
So basically,
multiple times?
we will actually calculate the reserve pool. If it hits 6, then we will put 6 into the profit pool until 12. Then anything else
That's in a month?
Yeah, that's in a month.
What about daily? Like
Daily itself is it varies a lot.
Varies a lot.
So you're thinking about each of the, that's why it's very difficult to calculate, because we have 200 overbots that is running at different intervals, and some of it are running, some of it are already finished, and some of it is overdue. So
but every day you dump something into the profit pool.
it's the day after.
The day after.
Yeah.
Okay, so people participate in the project Jarvis later, or maybe other projects, but in this Jarvis you have trading going on, all these exchanges, 200 bots running, triangle trading, all of this craziness going on. Then the profits go into the reserve pool, and that is what is backing up the CTO, and the members actually get rewards in CTO. So tell us, what is CTO? You know, what is CTO? And you know, you told me it's not an ICO, it's not an STO, it's not an IEO. What is CTO?
We can say that CTO is a utility-based asset that we use in our own ecosystem. Okay, so as I said that in the beginning, we're actually running the merchant program, so we're actually getting external parties into our own ecosystem, and we are also using this as it's like a rewards, giving back to our members, and the partners itself, which is also using this to actually get rewarded for free data. So basically, we're creating this as an ecosystem and as a utility token. Of course, later in the stage whereby I shared a bit yesterday in the event itself about charity work, right? So one of the things that I always want to do is to change lives. And if, for example, you look at a particular town, and the town itself, okay, they pay a lot for utilities like electricity and so on and so forth, right? But it's actually a poor area. So what we can do is, okay, through our vast number of members, and if a certain number of asset can be put aside into a compounding a pool that can generate revenue for this town, we can actually ease them off all the utilities. Okay, for example, free utility if you're from this town, free water, free power, free education, and things like that.
Wow.
And it's all supported by not donation. It's supported by a donation that generates profit. All right, so it's sustainable.
Right.
Donations is not sustainable at all. Okay, but a donation that generates profit, that is sustainable. So this is what we're trying to do.
That's with the new initiatives that are coming out where people can participate in countries like India or Africa. They don't have much money, so they can, maybe put $10 or $30 and you will kind of save that money and you'll grow it, and some members will hit prizes, and that can help the orphanages. They can help.
Yeah, even orphanages can actually start a pool by themselves. And by the way, this pool itself is actually through the Referral Code platform, so that every single asset is tracked on the chain. There is no the owner from here, right? But there's only one recipient.
Yes.
Okay, so that is how it goes. It directly goes there. So us as a company itself, we set up this platform, and that is the benefactor.
Okay, so people cannot buy CTOs directly, right? You are not an ICO, and they cannot buy from the company. You, like everybody else, you put your own assets into Jarvis and get the rewards in CTOs, right?
Yeah.
What determines the price? Like people ask all the time, okay, they used to get C on exchange, and they will never get listed on exchange. Explain a little bit why you never plan to list on exchange and what determines the price.
Okay, so let's break these two questions into two parts itself. The reason why we will never be on an exchange is once you're on an exchange, your price is manipulated, which means that it's up to market forces, which is not what we want. It's the same thing is going to happen like why Bitcoin. The first time when it hit an exchange, then all hell break loose. There's no more effort to actually mine it. It's all about greed.
Right.
Right?
You
can dump anyhow, which means that people would have a lot of money, that has a lot of money, can actually manipulate it. All right? It's the same way like we're manipulating the exchanges now. I can actually dump Bitcoin because I have a lot. Let's say I will dump 30,000 Bitcoins now. I will bet you at a market rate, if I will dump it, it will go down to 7,000. Right? I can do that. But what does it gain us? Nothing, right? Unless I still have a huge pool of USDT reserve that I can buy back up again. You imagine that, right? The manipulating factor of it.
Right. In Bitcoin will be hard a little bit to do, but still it's doable.
Yeah, I mean, with the number of assets that we have, we can do it. I mean, we used to do it, but we don't do it.
How much we have? How much you have in the company?
Basically, what happens is, okay, all the asset pools from all the members is equivalent to about 560 or so million.
At the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. Actually, day by day is a bit different. I saw it this morning. Yeah, this morning was about 560, I think. Yeah, 560-ish. Okay. Of course, it depends also on the price of Bitcoin.
Of course.
Right. Yeah. And
So the price of CTO is determined by, you said, several factors. The profits and the circulation.
Yes. So when you look at a normal ICO, right, they rely a lot on total supply. Okay, because total supply itself, which is the whole 100% of the pie, they have to divide it, let's say 5% or 15% for the owners and so on and so forth, whatever, right? But we are not an ICO, so we don't have that pie itself. 100% of the total supply belongs into Jarvis or the CTO project itself. Okay, Jarvis is a project that actually you have to put funds. Okay, you think of it like a it's like a vault. Okay, but the vault will not release any of these CTOs unless you put in assets. In the technical term, we call it as a collateralized debt positioning. or CDP. You put in Ethereum assets in there, you will generate the CTOs. Okay, and when you take your CTOs and you want to change it back to Ethereum, it goes back out. So it comes back into the pool and CTOs goes out. So it affects the price. So that itself controls the price.
What can cause the price to increase? More profits?
If you have more assets going in without CTOs going out.
More profits going in without CTOs going out. But CTOs go out anyway.
Not really. So if, for example, if I were to make, because we have an ecosystem now.
Okay, tell us about the ecosystem. Let's say CTOs are utilities. Okay? People, it's not just, they take CTOs, turn into Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever. How can they use it? What is the plan?
So, for example, we are launching in a OTA very soon.
Online travel agents.
And we also do OTC for the merchant program, right? So now, let's say, for example, you will sign up a merchant, and the merchant actually now can receive cryptos, right? So let's say every day he does about 10,000 in volume, all right? And that 10,000 actually gets sent to us, and we actually do a liquidation for him. So 1% minus tax and everything, probably we will earn, let's say, like $200, okay, from that. This $200 actually goes into the profit pool directly, not the reserve pool, but the profit pool. But there's no CTOs given out.
That's from the fees, right?
Yeah. So this is what we call actually the profit earnings from the ecosystem itself. And who are the ones that actually use this? The members itself. Because only the members itself have CTOs. The members goes to a merchant and spend the CTO, okay? So the CTO actually goes to the merchant, right?
Right.
And the merchant is just something to us, and we will actually liquidate it, okay? And CTO goes back to the pool, right?
Yes.
And the money goes
To the merchant.
to the merchant.
To the merchant.
But whatever that we earn goes to the pool.
You said there is reserve pool and there is profit pool. What is the difference?
So the reserve pool is a pool whereby we put it as a escrow or holding, okay, that will calculate, okay, the percentages for all the different type of projects. For example, like Rogue. Rogue itself, you don't have much need for the reserve pool, but Rogue itself is handled by the chain itself. For example, we use Celsius Network, we use BT, we use let's say Compound Finance. It's all handled by this guy. So if you participate in the Rogue, you are able to check on the chain directly. Okay, but for projects like Jarvis itself, right? Because we are not sure how much we can earn day for that day itself. So it needs to have a holding pool to calculate that amount so that we know what to give up.
Statistic.
For the next day.
Yeah.
Another question. Maybe you can show us everything on the computer, the reserve pool, the trading. All the people want to see something in live.
Can we see some trading on Jarvis?
Yeah. Yes. So.
If it's okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's why. But first, drink some coffee.
Jarvis that is being spawned by the room itself. If you look at this, right, this is a pair of LTC to BTC. And basically now what we have is this bunch of BTCs, okay, and this much of it is being used by this bot now. And this is how much of the LTCs that we have, the volume, which is this guy here, how much is being traded in the whole market. All this data is coming from Binance itself. Okay,
Yeah.
The difference between the price between just now and now is about this amount. And if we were to hodl, this is how much we were to earn, which is lose. This is if you were short it. This is how much it is, 0.07. Yeah, so this is how the room has been calculated.
What is this minus 0.08?
This is the difference between the target price and our price now. Okay, which means that it's a good time to buy. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So look at this as well, right? So this is another.
Each screen like this is Jarvis.
Yeah, it's a Jarvis with
Jarvis node.
This one is ETH to USDT. So you can see that it's actually this is buying. So we actually bought Ethereum through USDT, This is how much of Ethereum that we have.
79,400.
Yeah, and this is how much of USDT that is here. And yeah, this is the same thing as well. If you were to short sell, and this is to hodl. Okay, and
That's the targets, yeah? Or it's
this,
right now. If you
this too is
right now.
if I were to short sell it, means if I were to quantitative trade it, and this is if I don't do anything, what will happen? Of course, we want this to be bigger than this number, right?
Is there any live trades going on right now?
Yeah, there's two actually. There are two.
Right here. Yeah, so this one for 1.4 million USDT on Ethereum. You sell in Ethereum, first of September, and 3 million, no 80 Bitcoin, 80 Bitcoin, XRP, BTC. Can we see some of the trade history?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much.
Trade history is wait.
Exchange.
Yeah, here. I think we can click on here. Yeah, let's. Oh, it's down here. Sorry. One more. Okay,
There
let's
you go.
try to cancel.
Where we see the time,
Yeah, you see partially filled some of them.
9:40.
Okay, we see here partially filled, a lot of them, limit orders, buy and sell. That's all today, 1st of September.
There's quantity high.
High frequency.
High
You see
frequency
how
trading.
how many trades today.
You look at the time of the trade.
Wow, 557, 558. It's like sometimes every minute almost. Like, see, wow, there's a lot of trading going on, and this is
The trade history.
the trade history.
From
That was
when
the
to-
order history. The trade history is completed trades.
Yes. So,
This is small quantities, 1,600.
yeah, this quantitative trading, right? Okay, so all of these are here. Let me see all these things. So yeah, this is how much?
Wow, 9,392 Bitcoin. Now this is just one of your accounts, and this is almost VIP 8 right now. It was VIP 8.
It
We'll
went
get
up
down
and
to
down.
this.
You will actually calculate tomorrow, and then you will.
To be VIP 8, you need to trade how much?
Yeah, just
150,000.
Just 80,000.
Just 80,000.
VIP 9 is 150,000. They
okay.
actually changed it a bit. Because no one is hitting that amount.
Are you trading mostly on Binance?
For me, yes.
Yeah.
There are other traders that actually trade on other. I mean, for us, it's on others.
Like from the Jarvis pools itself, Binance is the biggest exchange.
Not really. There are many bigger ones. So you're talking about, let's not say necessity, but it's based on our what has been done before. And because when I wrote the engine itself, Binance was the first exchange that I integrated the platform to. Okay, and then we started to use a lot of it. And from that itself, we have actually grew a lot of our accounts. It's not easy to actually trade 80 over 1,000 or 90 or 100 over 1,000 Bitcoins in 30 days.
It's not easy.
So,
It's a lot of volume.
yeah, there's a lot of volume. And we want to have a very close relationship with the exchanges. So, yeah.
Are you also trading on BitMEX?
Yes, we are trading on BitMEX. We are trading on Huobi, OK, CEX as well. Yeah.
But in smaller overall
About the same.
Bitcoins.
It's about the same. I mean, Bitcoin, for Binance itself, we hold about 40% of the total. And the rest of it is, about there.
It fluctuates. So tell us right now a little bit about the vision of cloud, like what you want to do in the next 2-3 years. How do you see it develop?
Let's put it this way, right? It's always been to capture the unbanked and to make everybody financially included, all right? And MasterCard took 50 years, as I always say. Mastercard took 50 years to actually cover the bankable. All right. PayPal took 12 years, grew up to 125 billion in market cap, but only for the bankable. We're going to take 3 years to do what they are doing, but we'll capture everyone. We'll make everyone financially included. This is what we want to do.
So you
As a team, we are not a corporation. We are a team, we are a business, and who owns it? All of us. Of course, if you're not a C5 yet, when you are a C5, you are in our board of directors. You have a voting rights, and from the board of directors, we'll choose the most capable one to be an independent director, which you can stop whatever we're doing.
in 3 years' time, you plan to actually reach 100 million people.
Yes. And we have a very good strategy of doing it, as I say, through the Cloud SIM project itself.
The SIM card.
Yeah, the SIM card. Just imagine this way, right? Around Southeast Asia, around the world itself, there are a lot of workers that actually travel far abroad to actually work, right? To actually earn an income for their families. And it was all good and all until people start to take advantage of them. Okay, number one is the local telcos take advantage of them. Okay, very simply, right? It's expensive for them to actually do all of to make call by call and things like that. So what we do is we try to actually turn the tide to make it more competitive for the telcos to do it, and because we have the show volume, we can command things. Okay, same thing like how
There's a lot of hundreds of thousands of people that are logging into the app every day, and you can come to the different, networks, hotel chains, and say, hey, we have all these people logging in, and they're actively participating in the project. Give us some discounts. So that's what you happen like with the online travel agency. People get it's like 10 to 20% discount.
Yeah. You just imagine this, right? We are now connected to a backend, okay, that is serving the rest of the big guys. But that itself does not give us the advantage that we need. We are going directly down to chains, okay? Of course, we're going for the big chains, then we're going for the smaller chains. Then later we'll open up a affiliate program for members to sign up the chains, to sign up a hotel, to sign up a airline, or to sign up anything. If you know a guy that actually is doing Uber or whatever, okay, you can jump on board, on this thing. So basically, we're coming up with many ways for our partners to utilize our strength to actually sign up merchants, okay, so that it can change their lives, or maybe it can actually create a bridge for them to actually get more customers, right? So we are actually trying to do that as well. Okay, of course that is to be.
You're going to hopefully reach 20 million merchants in the next several years.
3 years. So
in 3 years' time.
Let's see how it goes from there. I mean, we started in May, and now in today's September, we are about 860, 900 in.
860,000 accounts created.
Yeah.
Not all of them are active.
Most of them are, all of them are active, by the way. So it's just only that whether they're qualified or unqualified accounts.
Right.
So
qualified
accounts. We
more than $500.
We have about 500 plus.
500,000.
Yeah. But out of this 500 plus, how many are actual users, right? So we're talking about maybe a bit around that. So we're getting there. So the most important thing is most of our members itself that has gotten a C1 or C2 state has a spending power, and it's actually pure income from the hard work from the leaders, and that's why we need to have ways for them to enjoy it.
Can you tell us in a couple minutes how Cloud was started? You know, I know that there was first any project goes through stages. First is an idea, then you implement. I know even before Cloud was there, you had your technology, our right technology, the blockchain itself. It was done. You know, how it all started, and I know you said, you know, they were thinking too small and let's do something big.
So it was like this, okay? We had a platform, so you know, like all platforms, EOS or whatever, most of them, they are ICO based. You can see that?
The outright platform.
Yeah, ICO based. So we followed we followed like everyone else, whereby we try to raise funds, right? But when we try to raise funds,
Yes, sir.
the difficulty was how stable are you? And everybody started to only want to make money from the token generation event. Okay, oh, I want to get it at a cheap price and I want to sell it and things like that, which actually tipped me off. And I told myself that we cannot be doing this. Good projects cannot survive that way. It's a bit dry.
One more coffee.
Yeah, water. Yeah, water.
No, this is it.
So we decided to do a change by creating something very cool that has meaning on our platform, then only we promote our platform. So I think everybody is going that route now. It's like EOS and stuff like that. Because of their funding, they are paying people to actually go on the platform. But who are the ones that actually use EOS now? Gambling game companies and some guys, right?
Yeah.
But what we want to do is to create an impact to the world. So we were searching for products left and right. We were searching for projects left and right that we can do.
Yeah.
We never found one that is good enough.
To attach your technology.
Yeah. Until we met this cloud team. And at the time, cloud team, the founding members, right?
Founding members, yeah.
There's 15 of them. And they told me
In China.
in China, yeah, of course, China, they had a big problem. The problem was they have been scammed, and some lost millions. That was in December of 2017. Yeah, 2018. Sorry. Yeah, December 2018. And oh, sorry, it's in November. And it was they were saying that they want to have something different. They want to start their own, something different. They want it to be real. They want it to be something that works, and they want it to be fully decentralized. The first thing that I told them was it's going to be a very difficult journey, right? Because to do a decentralized wallet is no one has done it, and CryptoKitties is a very good example. It crashed the network, right? So they said that it has to be done. They have full confidence in what we can do, and I told them that if I were to take on this project, I need to be able to lead. I need to be able to say what it can do, what it cannot do. So I laid down a set of rules. And of course, they all agreed in the first round, and we started doing it. By February, when we started to have the notion that we should be sharing more data, like in terms of how much of the users and how much of this and how much of that to the public, even how much we have received, they started to panic and say that, hey, this can't be done. You know, this cannot do. We can't do this. Nobody does this as well. That's why I say we are here to change the perspective of how projects is. Just imagine that everyone that actually put money into you, they are your business partner. You have the right to see the books,
Right.
right?
Right.
And now you're withdrawing from that. How will people think? And from there itself, half of them actually left.
So they were not willing to be transparent about everything.
Yeah, so half of them left, and of course the most famous guy said that he has no association with us because he wanted to do an ICO, and I said that no, once you're an ICO, then you're no different, right? So broke off. He seems to hate me a lot, but that's him.
Only 5 you said left from the founder.
Yeah, from the 5 left. But that's not the problem. The problem was there are certain responsibilities that all of this leader hold. All right, not just only marketing, but the BPO, the business process outsourcing, create the company, create this, create that. The legal part of it, and everything else. I only handle the tech, right?
Now you also handle this as well.
I handle the media now, education, the whole lot. So it's like I'm running the whole company by myself, right? But basically, it is. I'm running the whole thing.
Founding members are not doing
The founding members are actually they're controlling the market themselves. I mean, they are serving the market by educating the market. So that's one cool thing that I love what they're doing. And so basically, long story short, from that itself, and we started this journey. And why I'm standing in front here is because most of them are Chinese and they can't speak good English, and I draw the short straw.
That's amazing story, and I understand that everything from the profit side pretty much goes to the profit reserve pool to increase the value of the coin, and it's not that the profit, some of it goes to the founding members. They all interested in the success of the project.
Yeah, because I told them that the wallet or whatever you're being taught to know, okay, those are only the tip of the iceberg. All right, the whole entire project can be valued over 100 billion. Wow. You look at how PayPal is, right? What does PayPal do? It just takes in your credit card and just help you do a transaction. That is about it. They're 125 billion in market cap.
Wow.
And you look at what we are doing.
You can be bigger than that.
So yeah, those is what we're trying to achieve.
A lot of people they doubt in the crypto space. They've been scammed in the past. The projects failed and everything. It's so refreshing to see that you are so genuinely and transparently doing things. And one word that you can say to people so they can relax and say, you know what, we're with you. Trust us.
Well, I always say this, talk is cheap, action speaks louder than words. So see what we're going to do, see what we're going to release, and from there itself, if you are willing, try us.
We're going to do what you promised. That's the most important. And lastly, what are the next steps in the more immediate future, like next, maybe by the end of this year? What are the next plans?
So clean up every mess that we have to release all the things that we promised by October.
The big celebration event.
Big celebration event. And by the end of the year, which is to launch the new UI and the dashboard as well.
User interface.
So that you can see the reserve pool, the total circulation and things like that. So all this will be there. And by end of this year and next year, so we'll be focusing more on tools which you as a partner can use to expand the team. We're going to focus more on education and more on how to expand the business across all the countries. We are also going to have a venture capital arm that is going to invest in new technologies that will help all the members actually gain more asset. Yeah. Remember that we are all in this business, right? And
The KL offices will be done.
yeah, like KL office will be done well next month.
Where like 50, 60 people will be working on.
Yeah, but for us it's this, okay, our engineers, they come to the office or not, it's actually anywhere they are, they can just work. Yeah, so
The merchant program, the OTA, user, yeah, a lot of things to come.
yeah, a lot of things to come, and we have 40 engineers, so a lot of them are working on the OTA to get it ready. A lot of them are working on the a new engine that is going to really help us speed everything up. Okay, just think of it like a 2.0.
Like next generation of cloud.
I mean, we are moving the whole wallet platform into the pools. We already moved one, which is Ethereum. We moved to the pool already. The next is to move the coins and Litecoins and everything to the pool. So once we move to the pool, slow is just a thing of the past. I mean, it's still you're still affected by the whole chain, but at least now we can pay the pool to speed up things.
Hey Ronald, thank you so much for sharing all this information. Guys, if you don't know who Ronald is, Google his name, YouTube, you find plenty of information about his background. He's a brilliant engineer in what he's doing, and I'm so grateful to be part of Cloudtopian. Cloudtopian. So grateful that you're leading the project, and so many exciting things are coming. So keep doing what you're doing. You know, and we'll support you in any way that we can. And let's wish everybody, you and us, everybody, huge success with Cloud.
Yeah, so we're going to have an event in October. Look for...
Come to the event.
Yeah, and come to the event.
All right. See you guys.